Wow, it's another day, and we thank God for bringing us together and giving us the privilege to see another day. I want to share with you a very important subject that will be a blessing to you and for the rest of your life. I want to talk to you about the subject I have coined faith for exploits. Faith for exploits. You know that there's a popular story in Luke chapter 8. The woman who was popularly called the woman with the issue of blood. And of course, when you read from verse 43, woman with the issue of blood for 12 years had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any of them, came behind Jesus and touched the border of his garment. And immediately her issue of blood stanched. And Jesus said, "Who touched me?" When all denied, Peter and they who were with him said, "Master, the multitude are thronging, and pressing you, and you say, 'Who touched me?'" Amen. And Jesus said, "Somebody has touched you. Somebody has touched me. For I perceive that power or virtue is gone out of me." And when the woman saw that she was not hid, she came trembling, fell down before him, and declared unto him that she was the one, and how she was healed immediately. Then Jesus said to her, "Daughter, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. Go in peace." You know, this is a very popular Bible text, but there are only two things I want to share by way of revelation that I believe that will be a blessing to you. The first one is that, I see so much revelations in here, but the first one is that if you read verse 43, he said, "And a woman having an issue of blood," a woman. Now, when you jump to verse 47, he says, when the woman saw. So, all through this account, we are told that a woman, the description that we give is that a woman. The woman said to herself, "If I can touch that garment, that hem of Jesus' garment, this issue will cease. I will do exploit." And she decided to release faith for something that was not possible to become possible. Faith makes all things beautiful. Faith is what adds color to Christianity. Faith is what gives us access to what God has already given us. You know, without faith, no man can please God. So you need faith to be able to take hold of everything God has given to you. Faith. Faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The woman decided to release faith. Faith does not come from the mind, it comes from the heart. If it comes from the mind, it is not faith. Faith must come from the heart. You should believe. And you don't believe with your mind. You don't believe with your mind. you believe with your heart. For with our heart we believe unto righteousness, and with our mouth we confess unto salvation. So we believe with our hearts. Faith must come from the heart. The conviction, the belief, the conviction, the acceptance, the confidence must come from the heart. If it comes from the heart, it will work. If it doesn't come from the heart, it is fake. Now, Jesus, after the woman was healed, the moment the woman expressed faith, the Bible says in verse 48, Jesus said unto the woman, daughter, be of good cheer, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you well. Before, she was referred to as a woman with the issue of blood. A woman. She was referred to as a woman. But when she encountered Jesus through the instrument of faith, Jesus said, daughter. Meaning that her status had been changed. She has been brought in. She has been accepted. What I want to emphasize is that the status changed. Faith changes status. Anytime you express faith, because faith is not a matter of words, faith is a matter of works. If you have faith, then you need to prove your faith by your deeds, by your works. Then we know that you are a woman or a man of faith. Now, by faith, the woman changed her status. She was no more referred to as woman. Jesus did not say woman. He said daughter. Daughter. Faith will change your status any day, any time. Faith will change your status any day, any time. I want to just give you another thing that I saw. When we say, Jesus says, somebody touched me. You know that a lot of people need miracle and they want God to touch them. Everybody wants God to touch him or her. But this miracle did not come by the touch of God. It came by the touch of the woman. It came by the touch of the woman. Everybody wants the touch of God. We believe and we know that it takes only the touch of God for a miracle to take place. But I see a miracle in the Bible where the miracle happened by the touch of a man. And this touch is called faith. What did she touch? The Bible says she came from behind, Luke 8:44, and touched the border of his garment, or the hem of his garment. You know that, let me take you back to the Old Testament. I'll bring you back to the New Testament. I'll bring you back. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 12. God was speaking to Moses, and he gave Moses some instructions. One of the instructions and regulations and the laws, one of them that he gave unto Moses was that in Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 12, he said, you shall make yourself fringes upon the four quarters of your garments, wherewith you cover yourself. You shall make yourself fringes upon the four quarters of your vesture or garment. And this kind of fringes he's talking about, they were a blue thread, tassels with blue thread that were placed on the garment. Now, I want you to take you back again to Numbers, and I'll show you why God was telling Moses to do this. Again to Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. downwards. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. I love this. Throughout. That they should put it on upon the fringe of the borders, a riband of blue. And it shall be for a fringe, that you may look upon it. We are talking about the hem of the garment. That you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, that you may seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go a warring. That you may remember, we are still talking about the hem of the garment, that you may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God, that I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. And this kind of hem that God instructed was supposed to be so visible on the garment for all the people of Israel. And it was supposed to be visible so that everybody will know that these people are heavenly people. And that it was to be worn on the outer garment. It was something they wore on the outer garment. It had tassels of blue like that. And this thing was also to serve as a reminder that it was God who brought them out of the land of Egypt, and also to make them remember that it is God who gave them help from above. Help from above. And I love the fact that he said that you are supposed to wear it throughout your generation. Now let me bring you back to Luke chapter 8. And a woman with an issue of blood spent all her living neither could be healed of any physician, came behind Jesus and touched the border of his garment, the hem of his garment. Now, this Jesus was Hebrew, and this was the kind of dress that was very popular in those days. That most of the men were wearing this. So after wearing their garment, they put on this blue tassel, which would be seen even at the hem, and it was worn by most men, and it was serving two purposes. Number one, so that the people of Israel will know that they themselves, they are not ordinary people, but they are heavenly people. And number two, that they would know that their help came from above. Their help, they did not deliver themselves from Egypt, but God delivered them from above. Their help came from above. This was the kind of garment the woman with the issue of blood touched by faith. So I believe that one of the expressions of faith is that when a man or a woman believes in his or her heart that his help can only come from above, it is an expression of faith. Faith is when you know that this one, it cannot be done by any man, but it can only be done by God. Faith is when you know that your help can come from above. That is faith. Faith is when you know that as for this one, David said, I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help will come from the Lord, the creator of the heavens. When you know that help will come from above. And you are willing to go to the extent of going for that help. So whilst everybody was seeing garments, the woman was seeing supernatural help. Whilst everybody was seeing a blue garment, the woman was seeing help from above. Whilst everybody around was seeing normal attire, the woman was seeing supernatural help from above. I will go for this help. And that is how come she received her healing. But one thing I love about it is that God said that they should wear it for generations, from generation to generation. It tells you that whenever God brings a help, God does not just help you, He helps you and He helps your generations. Because as long as you are wearing this garment of supernatural help from generation to generation, it means that God has provided divine supply for the rest of your generation. And this is what David understood and said, I have been young, I have grown, I am old. I have never seen the righteous or his seed begging for bread. Because from generation to generation, God has given us a source of supply. And I pray for you that you need faith to make exploits. You need faith to do exploit. Faith is when you know that God is your only source of supply. Faith is when you know that your only source of help is God. Faith is when everybody sees with a certain kind of eye, but you are seeing with the God kind of eye. I pray for you that as you begin another journey, another day, another project, I pray that your eyes will be the eyes of faith. That when men say it is impossible, what men say is impossible, you will become a proof that with faith, God makes all things possible. God bless you and stay blessed. Bye.